Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Aspire to Inspire Arts and Crafts. I thought I'd do a really a simple project here. I uh, I accepted the invitation for the buttons, the challenge with the Stacy and Haystack, and uh, and they're also with the arrow dot line with Nathalia. And so the challenge is for the weeks of this month. There's four weeks. The first week is buttons. So they also give you a freebie. And so I already cut the little round circles and distressed them and backed them up with the cereal carton. Um, so that it could be strong. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Um, and then I was doing this, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, I better get on the on here to show you on YouTube to show you exactly what I'm doing here. Now I cut the paper and then I put it on a cereal box. Okay. Now these are these are solid, and they're the spade. I mean the look like the clover. The clover and the diamonds is what I see here. So that's what we have. We have 5 of those. So I also used my muslin. I had a piece of muslin fabric, and I decided to trace it around, not exact, but sorta, all the way around and cut them. Now the easy way to do all this is definitely fold it. Fold the fabric into the amount that you're going to use as far as making this. And so they're 1 inch. I was using this and then they started ripping up on me. So one of them, even though it's ripped, I put it together somehow. So that would work. Anyway, some buttons are chipped, so I figured, okay, why not? Or cracked a little. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. Um, so what I decided to do is I got these safety pins. I'm doing buttons. Yeah, buttons. The kind you sew on. That's why these are solid, because I'm going to put this to cover the background. And then what I'm going to do is make 2 holes and make a button out of that one, out of these here. Now these, I just couldn't see punching, making the holes and ruining the picture here. So I'm making buttons. Yeah, the buttons that I'm making, as you can see here, um, I cut the circle, but I'm punching it in into 2 circles here, because this is going to be the backing. So when you put this at the backing, so now you know what kind of buttons I'm talking about, right? Yeah, so I decided to do that. So let me see, which way does it go? Oops, I think it goes this way. Yeah, this way. So it goes facing you. You want to put the head underneath it and then do it like this, because when you put this, once you glue this on the back like this, then you have it right set up so that you could pin this to a fabric or a ruffle, anything that you're going to do. Now these are just going to be buttons that I'm going to punch hole to it. And when I'm ready to put it on, I'm going to go ahead and string them. So these are the backings to that. These are the pins that I'm going to be using for this. And so in order to do this, I was able to just get one that I already had done, and then I made a dot. As you can see, there's a dot. But I was doing them individually, and I figured, why do them individually when you could just stack them up and punch them all together at once? So I'm just going to show you that's what I did to the majority of them. but I started out doing just one at a time, and I'm going like, okay, come on, this is going to be too long. So find an easy way to get these ready for you. So, and I figured, okay, let me just put them all together. Now, this doesn't really matter because if I punch this one, it's going to be the same. It's just not lined up, and it doesn't matter because I am punching holes in here so that the safety pin could go through it. Now, these are the tiny ones. Now, the big ones, if you get the big ones, you are going to end up, you're going to end up having the pin, safety pin, show when you pin it. If that's the style you like, why not? Go for it. But I found these baby safety pins, and I'm going to use these. So, so there you go. So the next step, before I glue this on here with the pin and everything, what I wanted to do is I am going to glaze these circles, all of them. I'm going to glaze them. I have diamond glaze, and I want my buttons to have that shiny look. These buttons are going to have a shiny look. Now, what I'm going to do to this one, I am going to go ahead and puncture these because I want the holes already done. I don't want to do it after the glaze. I want to do it before the glazing on that. So, but for these, I'm just going to go in here and glaze my buttons. Yeah, so there's two different types of buttons that I'm making. You're all familiar with this button where I'm going to punch 2 holes, and then you sew it on whatever you're going to make. So that's that, but I want to glaze them. But I'm going to just start off with this. This is the diamond glaze that I'm talking about. It's water-based dimensional adhesive. So I'm going to shake this. So as you can see, I distressed everything. Now my cutting, that one wasn't cut right because I happened to turn around when I snipped the scissors, and I'm going like, oh, and then I looked, and sure enough, I had dented. But it's like, it's okay because buttons are, some of them are dented and or chipped or whatever and cracked. So I figured it's everything's okay. So let me just open this up. Hopefully, do I have to cut it? Let me see. I'll find out right now. But once you put this on, you got to let it sit overnight. So that's going to be for me for today as far as getting oh, there it is. That's it for me. Once I do this, I got to leave it alone before I continue on. But I wanted to show you that this is what I'm doing to these freebies that I got from Stacy and right now Tabatha. I think it's Tabatha. Correct me. I might be wrong, but I'm for some reason Tabatha came to mind. Yeah, so I think it's Tabatha and Stacy. They do live on Facebook. They did one last night, and I really don't follow them on that, only for the fact that I'm trying to play catch up, and right now is I also want to. I signed up for this, so I figured, okay, let me just do this because it's a week challenge, so I need to get this out, even though it's Wednesday, but I got until tomorrow to finish this up because I got to let this dry. I think 2 hours is the minimum the max that you could. Okay, for some reason it's not coming out. It's liquid in there. I could feel it. So I know it's not dried out on me. Yeah, I've always these are hard to find. Um, I went to Hobby Lobby searching for this, and I couldn't find it. So then I went back, and then they had them. So apparently, I guess if you ask for them and they don't have it, apparently they'll do an order because a customer has asked for a product. That's what I noticed. Uh, so that's what happened here. I end up finally going back, and I saw it and I grabbed it. It was the one the last one there too. These go really fast. So it looks like that kind of hazy, but it'll go away. It'll clear up. And then once I do all this, I'll go ahead and run it over with the lighter, so that this way I get all the air bubbles out of there. So just try to push it to the end if you can. Don't squeeze the bottle no more because you've got plenty already on the button. And so you just do this. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So, but I thought I'd go up on YouTube so I could show you how I make these in case anybody's interested in wanting to know how I make these. Now you know. Yeah, so last night I was thinking, okay, I don't want to ruin the picture because these were supposed to, I guess, the freebie, because they're going to give you freebies every week for the challenge. And I said, okay, this is the challenge buttons for this week. If I don't want to punch it, make a hole through the characters, because I think the characters itself looked really nice. So I said, how can I make buttons out of this? You know, some could punch through them, and which is fine too. But I wanted to really show the images. So I and then all of a sudden, because when my mother-in-law died and we had her service, she my son made some buttons, and so and that's what I thought about it. You know, I thought about that when I was when I said to myself, buttons, what can I do with buttons? And then I said, oh, we just had some buttons for service, you know, for the service for my mother-in-law. You know, we had a picture of her in it, in the buttons. So I figured, I go, well, why can't I do that? This way I don't ruin the image. So that's what I'm doing here. I don't want to ruin the image. I think the image is so pretty. Don't want to take away from it. But that's just me. It takes me a while to figure this out, but it's going to take a couple of... there it is. So just go over like this, so this way you could get rid of any air bubbles that might be on your buttons, on this. So I could see that I didn't capture everything. There's a bubble right there. But, and then again, buttons are not perfect. Not some of them. Some of them are, but Anyway, so I gotta let that dry. Yeah, so this is where I'm at. It's gonna take the the max 2 hours or more, but I like to leave it overnight because I have dealt with this before, and if you touch it, there it is. There's the dent if you don't let it dry. So don't after you put this, don't even try to attempt to see if it's dry before 2 hours. Um, I don't even chance 2 hours. I'll just wait for the next day, and then you could touch it, and you don't have no dent, and you have this nice glossy look to the image. Now these hazel one, I did put a little bit too much on it, but it's still going to come out clear. They will come out clear. I went lighter on these, and I went heavy on these two because I started off. And so, but yeah, they'll lighten up, and they'll get like these right here. So this one has a little dent, a hole in it, but I don't want to chance it anymore. I'm just going to leave it alone. That's okay. That's a teapot with a dent on it. But anyway, okay, so that's it for now. So I'll show you tomorrow because I can't do nothing now. So I thought I used my black string for this, and I think I'm going to edge this black so that it really stand out these buttons here. But so far, this is what I've done. This is how these came out. All I did was measure the center, tried to measure the center, and then try to measure the end too. I used my crocodile. Did mess up on one of them is that instead of it being upright, this one is sideways, but it doesn't really matter. To me, it doesn't. But if it does matter to you, you got to pay attention to that, to the vertical and the horizontal printing of it. Now, these are the ones that I've already started. These are the buttons that I call buttons because they're all buttons where you attach it, you pin it to yourself or to, in this case, it would be to the journal, whatever I have. If I have a, oops, did I do this wrong? Yeah, I did this wrong. I'm going to have to do this one again. Or did I? Wait a minute. No, I did it right. Um, so when you open this up, you would just pin it to lace, fabric, ribbon, um, whatever you want to pin it to. I'm pretty sure you could use paper too, but you have to be careful with the paper. But in this one goes this way. You have a choice of going this way to pin it, or you have, let me close this. And I will be putting, because it's kind of flimsy, I will be putting hot glue so it could be steady. So that's what I'm going to do to that. Let me see, where's the other one? Yeah, you see, so here's the bottle, and then now you can have it go this side, this way. So you pick the how you want your pins to be, either on the right side for you to pin them or on the left side for you to pin them. So that's an option. And then what I decided to do is use uh, my Carvel Distress ink that I have, and this is fossilized amber. That's this one right here. And then I use this one, which is, no, not barn door. I haven't used that one yet. This one is the picked raspberry. This is my favorite, the blue, which is the blue jeans. No, the faded jeans. So I'm using that one. And then I just did the green one right now. So I thought I stopped to show you how I'm putting these on. So in case you want to do some of your own. But anyway, so here it is. And this one I used green, which is peeled paint. So I use peel paint for this one. And I'll be using color because since these are like in a black and like a brownish color um, images, I thought I'd put in color because again, you got to think about it. Alice in Wonderland, it's all about beautiful colors and everything. So that's the reason why I'm going with that. Um, I had two extra for this and for the pins. I don't know. I must have miscounted or something. But anyway, so here's all of them. It's easier for you to just go ahead and put them in here already. And when you do, you get to choose the size. You get to choose which way you want and make sure your image is straight. You get to choose whether you want to put your pin this way or you want to put your pin this way. So you get to choose. And it doesn't really matter because either way it's going to go on to your project. So, so what I do is I make sure the printed is upside up. And this is how this one is. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is how it is. Okay. And then I get my glue. So all I'm doing now is just putting glue to the back of the button, and that's what I'm doing. So I actually got inspired by my son. Since he did the buttons for my mother-in-law, I was able to get inspired by that and make these buttons out of that. So yeah. So my son, his name is Feliciano, and my other son, his name is Johnny. So Feliciano's the one that inspired me to make buttons. So I think I need to put a little bit of water in there because it's kind of slow when it comes out. So you just get this and just place it in to the button. See, there it is. And you look at it, and if you need to make adjustment, no, this is perfect. So there's no making adjustments here. So then what I like to do, I like to press the middle and make it straight to the image. The image is like this. And so, oops, I was probably too close. But anyway, the image is like this. The head, it's facing this way. So now all I do is make sure that this is going to be, it doesn't matter if your hole doesn't match the pin, because again, I'm going to go ahead and use hot glue. But the thing is, I wanted the pins to go inside the fabric, especially the head part, so that this way I could insert it and make it like this. So this is how it's going to look once I put the hot glue on there. So for right now, I'm just going to leave this steady like that. But this is the green one. Okay, so so that's what I'm doing with these. So that's where I'm at, and I just wanted to come on the video to show you what I'm actually doing. Hi everyone, so here it is. I'm done with my buttons. So this is an example. I haven't attached this here, but this is an example of how this would look. I really love the way that looks. So I went with buttons, decorating my buttons, and all I have to do now for these, all I have to do is use my safety pin and take it apart like this, and then attach it to something. Let me see. Let me use this for instance. Pretend this is paper or fabric, but there it is. That's how it would be, you know. So it would be attached to the fabric, lace, trims, wherever you want to put it at. So these are the buttons that I made, and also these. I bought me some rolls of these chain beads, black, silver, gold, and I want to say rose gold, but it's probably copper. but I'm pretty sure it's rose gold. I forget the name of it. But anyway, so it looks like rose gold to me. But anyway, and then these. I really love the look of this being punched with the string, the black string. I think it really looks really nice. So this is it. I switched those two because I accidentally put the buttons this way, the way the diamond is going, instead of this way. So you can see the diamonds going down. But I guess it doesn't matter, but I would put this one here because I really like this postcard. So anyway, so that is it. This is my challenge for Stacy and Tabatha's challenge for the buttons, and also line dot arrow. They're all participating in this, and this is the freebie, and I love the way everything came out, and I hope you did too. Okay, so this is it for now, and then I'll do the next challenge. I think next week it's going to be a hidden paperclip. I gotta look at my chart, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Yeah, so I'm not decorating them into the cards yet because I am going to do a journal, and depending on the layout, that's when I really want to decorate, put these where I feel they belong. So that's the reason for right now. They're just like this, but this is definitely is going on. And the other reason why I decorated the round buttons is because my cutting, where's my punch hole? This one, my 1-inch punch hole started ripping my paper and also the image. I was able to repair some, one or two, no, just one. I don't know if you could tell which one it is, and I'm not going to tell you because it's hidden pretty good. But anyway, but no, it was one of these two. One of these two, it got torn apart because of the way this stopped working on me. And then when I tried to punch it again, it wasn't working anymore. So I don't know if I have to sharpen it. I have to figure out how to sharpen this stuff, or just go get another one. But they're pretty pricey. So that's the reason why I don't want to go get another one. I don't want to spend that much money for just a puncher when maybe I could fix this one that's not working right now. But anyway, so this is it. Oh, there's two different types of, let me show you. These have a round string, twine, and then I cut my lace. Oh, I left it over there, but I think I probably have another one in here somewhere. Let me see. Oh, when you're looking for one, you can't find one, huh? Yeah, here it is. It's one of these. And it was too big for my buttons, so what I had to do is I cut them. I cut them right in here where this the space is in here, right between there. That's where I cut them. And so the big one, this side, are these buttons right here. Let me bring out the buttons so you can see. So I don't waste my lace, you know. So can you see that? There they are. Okay, so here they are. All the lace. Now for the other side, I had already done some trimming. This one had, this twine had gold around it, but the remaining of the lace from this side, I went ahead and put it around. And I really like this one. I like the tatty to it, the messiness of it, the way it looks. I really like that. So that's one, and I think I only did two to that one. And then these are twines, just regular sack-looking twines. And so I made 5 of them with the twine, with the brown twine. And so this is how these look. So that's that. And then, of course, these I already told you, I explained to you. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways that I managed to decorate the buttons. Yes, it was tedious work, but in the long run, it's going to be worth it, because when I do my journals, they're going to look very pretty to where I attach it to. And so yes, so this is what I did. And let me show you the beads to those. Hold on just a minute. I said beads, but they're actually chain. This is it. They come in this way. See the chain? It's metal. And so it has the little hook where you could hook it onto one side of the bead to the other side. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so that kind. And so I have that also over there. I didn't pull that out here because I just wanted to show you that I use these for these right here. And I really like the way it turned out. Yeah, so, and so my cutting, like I was saying, this messed up on me, so I had to use the scissors. And I didn't do a very good cut. So to hide the cutting, I had to camouflage it by putting the trim around them. And that's why I did this. And I figured, oh, okay, so there's my decoration. There's my my project completed. And so this is how I'm leaving it. Well, anyway, so I just thought I'd share that with you. You know, it's like I just wasn't cutting right. Well, what I did wrong is I should have just used regular cardstock, the regular paper called card stock. But no, I had to use one of those cereal boxes. Well, the cereal box paper is thicker, and that's what I wanted. I wanted my buttons to be thick. But when I was trying to cut it, it was kind of tough for me to cut it around the circles. And so it came out choppy. But I went with it. And this is a result. You could always, if your cutting does not come out right, you could always camouflage it. You could always decorate it and hide it. Now you can't really tell that these are, not unless you really look into it, but at a distance, when you're looking at a page and you're flipping it and you're looking at it, they're going to look real pretty, because what you're focusing is just on the beauty of how it's decorated rather than the cutting details that I did to it. Well, some people might be technical on that part, but for me, I like the way it looks. It's going to be my journal anyway, so I figured that there's nothing wrong with making things look imperfect, because it's fine. You don't have to be perfect to do something, because you could always decorate it to make it look beautiful. So this is it. I wanted to get it in the screen, because there it is, right there. So yeah, I wanted to put it in the screen so you could all see it as I say bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. And the next thing will be the hidden paper clips, I believe. And who knows, maybe some of these might go right on it. Who knows, maybe not. Depending on the freebie we're going to be getting next week for the hidden paper clips. So if they give us another freebie for the paper clips, and then I'll be using that um, to decorate it. And now if it needs an additional add-on to it, then I could go back to these buttons and pick one. I really like these. I think I'm going to do more of these this way. I didn't want to cut the image. I tried to see if this one I could have got away with it and put my my button going across her waistline. Right there, it would have cut his face. This one would have been, these two would have been perfect, but that's just it. This one is offline. If you look at it, it's more to the side. So I would have to punch right there and right there. So to me, it's like now I'm getting into the image and I don't want to ruin the image. So that's where my thought was on that process. So I just said, okay, got to do something else with these. And so this is what I came out with. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. I'll take a picture and put it on Facebook and Instagram. And then once I edit the video, then I'll go on to YouTube. But for right now, just the pictures so you could see it. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.